Hello and welcome to a sunny but windy Teuschental at the Talkessel circuit in Germany, the 67th running of the FIM Monster Energy Motocross of Nations. Just 12 degrees out on track, and that wind that you can see on the flags blowing towards the main spectator gallery certainly has a brisk feel to it, but we are absolutely wall-to-wall spectators here. People still queuing to get in. It was impressive yesterday. It's even more so today. Well, the first action out on track is going to be the warm-up B final. Ireland will go to the line first. They were the 20th team yesterday in the qualifying stages. Only 19 teams went through from the main races yesterday. But Ireland, Latvia, Puerto Rico, Brazil, Canada, Slovenia, Sweden, Hungary, Lithuania, Japan, Romania, Ukraine and Poland are all going to be out on track. All three riders from each nation, so 39 riders. The best two scores from the three riders count. Who will it be that goes through to the main event? So the riders down on the start line then, just getting ready, trying to get themselves in the zone. If you're joining us for the first time this weekend, welcome. The skybox absolutely full, VIPs, other distinguished guests. Of course, the waiting zone has closed, the backdrop has been pulled down. The guys have already been out on their sighting lap, so we're just moments away. There are the Irish boys. Numbers 37, Gary Gibson, 38, Martin Barr, 39, Graham Irwin. Quick look at the track for the first time. A brand new start gate position here. It used to be on the green zone into a right-hander dropping downhill, but there you can see it right in the middle of the circuit. Look, where the start straight is now, it drops down through that bowl, that sweeping turn and up over the hill. It used to be a little bit more square alongside pit lane just to the left, and it used to drop downhill, then kink to the left and then the right, and then come over the finish line jump. The French have got their lucky charm in, as always, but we won't see those guys out on track until a little later on today. But the atmosphere so far this weekend has been absolutely electric, and why wouldn't it be? Ken Roczen, Dennis Ulrich and Max Nagel, the home favourites for the main race. So just a short while ago then, the riders went out on track for their sighting lap, as always via the Monster Energy presentation zone. Led out by Team Ireland, Gary Gibson, Martin Barr, Graham Irwin. And then the 42 of Matis Caro, the 41 of Davis Ivanovs, and the 40 of August Just of Latvia.
Good morning to you. A fresh, crisp start to the day here in Teuschental. We're about to see our first piece of track action, but just before, take a look at that. All of the people turned up here to see the guys. It's absolutely fantastic. They're a noisy bunch, and I'll tell you that. Obviously, just behind me, we've got the riders coming in from their sighting lap. These are the guys are on the B final. Not exactly where you want to find yourself, but obviously one team will be hoping their battle for the Chamberlain Trophy will continue.
Yeah, the circuit here, the Talkessel circuit in Teuschental, had a bit of a facelift over the last 12 months or so. Brand new start. They've built up all that dirt in the middle to create that first corner. They've changed the position of it, certainly to allow for the skybox, the podium. Here's how they'll line up. Starting list: Ireland, Latvia, Puerto Rico, Brazil, Canada, Slovenia, Sweden, Hungary, Lithuania, Japan, Romania, Ukraine and Poland. Three riders will be in the race from each nation. So for Latvia, it'll be August Just, Davis Ivanovs, Matis Caro. From Puerto Rico, Roberto Gonzalez, Alex Martin, and Nicoletti. Brazil, Hector Assunção, Anderson Cidade, Rafael Faria. Canada will have Cole Thompson, Jeremy and Tyler Medaglia. Slovenia will have Tim Geiser and Clement Gertje, with Sweden having Kim Lundström, Anton Lundgren and Philip Benson, surely one of the favourites as well. Cornel Nemeth, Gabor Fertasvari and Bent Svobodov. They've also fancied their chances. So too do the Lithuanians, Vytis Bučas, Matas Inda and Arminas Jasakonis. Japan will have Yohei Kojima, Toshiki Tomita and Makoto Agata, with Romania fielding Adrian Raduta, George Cable and Virgil Corbea. The Ukrainians have Dmytro Asmanov, Vladimir Tarasov and Mykola Pashinsky, with the Poland team being headed up by Lukas Kedzierski, Thomas Wysoki and Lukas Lonka. All the gardening has been done. The guys are down there on the start line. Which one of these teams is going to go through to the main event? Just one of these teams. Now, the downside is it's a 30-minute plus 2-lap race. The qualifying races yesterday were only 20 minutes plus 2. So the B final, unfortunately for these guys that will hope to go through, is the same race distance as the main event race itself. So a little bit of extra work. That's why you don't want to be drawing the short straw, getting yourself into this predicament in the first place. Talking to a lot of people yesterday, that was the question on their mind, really. Why is it 30 minutes plus 2 when the qualifying is only 20 minutes plus 2? But that's not for me to answer. But it certainly puts these guys at a disadvantage, that's for sure. Because this race will be finished at around about 11:35, something like that, and the opening race will go at 1:10 local time. So gives them a little bit of time, but it just throws the whole preparation out of sync. You come here focused with the view that you're going to qualify, you're going to be one of the top 19 teams. And when that doesn't happen, well, that's a game changer all by itself. Mechanics have to work a little bit harder. You're out on the track first thing in the warm-up this morning. And now you've got to go through this 35-minute moto. Your three riders have to perform together in this one. Unlike the Motocross of Nations event itself, where we have 3 races, the first of which will be MX1, MX2, then MX2 Open, and then Open and MX1 together. All 3 guys out on track. So 3 results, but the top 2 count. So that's what these guys will be looking for. In the warm-up this morning, the Latvian Matis Karo was the fastest out on track, ahead of the Slovenian Tim Geiser. Graham Irwin of Ireland was 3rd. The Ukrainian Mykola Pashinsky was 4th. The Brazilian Rafael Faria was 5th. Then we had the second of the Slovenians in 6th, Clement Gertje, with the Canadian Tyler Medalia in 7th. The Polish rider Lukas Lonka was 8th. The Japanese Yohei Kojima was 9th. And then the Swede Philip Bengtsson was 10th. So we had basically almost 10 different nationalities in the first 10 places, with the exception of the Slovenians, who were 2nd and 6th. So it just goes to show how open this B final is going to be. Right, Dave Nicholl, our FIM race director, gives the signal for that Monster Energy 15-second board to be hooked up into the air. Lots of support all around this racetrack. There is barely a blade of grass that has been unstood on this weekend. The 5-second board turns. The gate drops. The B final is underway here. One of the Slovenians was getting a good start. Is that Caro down the inside? I think it is, the 42. The Irish trying to hold the inside line as we head uphill for the first time. And it is a number 69 who leads away, Philip Nicoletti. Matis Karo there in 2nd. Then I think it's Geiser, the MX2 rider for Slovenia, number 47 in 3rd. Tyler Medalia gets a good start as well, Canada in 4th. Rafael Faria of Brazil in 5th. Matas Inda, also of Lithuania. He's in 6th position, with the second of the Canadians Cole Thompson in 7th. The pole, Lucas Lonker 8th. Philip Bengtsson of Sweden is 9th. And Makoto Agata is in 10th. But over the line, it's all change again as Nicoletti leads. Caro 2nd, Geisa 3rd, Medalia, Cole. So 3rd and 4th for the Canadians. Rafael Faria, Matas Inda, Makoto Agata, Lucas Lonker and Yohei Kojima. So the Japanese and the Canadians seem to be heading up this one at the moment. Martin Barr down in 13th place. Graham Irwin down in 16th place. Good news is then, in that respect, 35 minutes in which to sort yourselves out. But in the greater scheme of things, a 35-minute moto this time of the day, first thing Sunday morning, is the last thing that you want. We've got angles covering all aspects of the racetrack. We've got the cable cam that runs. Anton Lundgren goes out. So the Swedes now relying on their other 2 riders of Kim Lindström and Philip Bengtsson. But Nicoletti coming under pressure from the 42, the Latvian Matis Caro on the left. He's the second rider in shot now. Back onto the start straight briefly before heading through turn 1. Nice line there from Caro, but just running a little bit wide. Sun's still a little bit low, so the shadows on the track. Visibility for the line's going to be pretty difficult. Caro trying to keep it nice and low, switching from one side of the track to the other, trying to open up an attack here. Wants to avoid the roost. Lots of stones in the ground. Ooh, there was a guy went down there yesterday. I think it was Nikolai Larsson in the qualifying race. Just caught that same bump that 42 Matis Caro caught. But getting ready to come over the line for the first official lap then. Philip Nicoletti, the number 69 of Puerto Rico. Replay of the start. See Nicoletti just hugging the inside in the red, and Caro trying to go around the outside with him. 66 was all the way out to the outside. That was Arminius Jasikonis. And our drone cam just catching that first turn action. So Nicoletti still leads them. Matis Caro 2nd. In the green, it's the 47 of Tim Geisa of Slovenia. 4th and 5th, the Canadians. So they should be leading the way at the moment in the classification to go through to the B final. Let's just check that out. They're on 9 points. Then it's Puerto Rico, Japan, Latvia, Slovenia, and Ireland on 23. So they have a lot of work to do through the rest of the field. But at the moment, it's between Canada and Puerto Rico and an outside chance of Japan. Circuit, absolutely perfect condition today. Guessing the guys are going to be keeping an eye on it, keeping it freshly watered, because you've got the double element situation going on here. A little bit of sun, just warming the ground, drying it out, then that wind as well. See how hard and slick it's getting on the downslope there. But Nicoletti, the open class rider, being pushed by the Latvian Matis Caro, also riding the open class. And the MX2 rider of Tim Geisa there in 3rd place. So 2 450s at the front here. Caro looking to make a move down the inside. Gets squeezed though. These two are going to trip each other up if they're not careful. Geisa will just swoop on by. 2 in 1 go, be perfect for him, but Caro just getting a little bit wild going through that turn, trying to assert his authority. Cole Thompson still 3rd, Tyler Medalia is still 4th, Rafael Faria is 6th for Brazil, Yohei Kojima for Japan is 7th, ahead of his teammate Makoto Agata. Alex Martin, the number 68 of Puerto Rico, is in 8th place, so he's well placed. And Caro pushes Nicoletti wide, and look at that, Geisa does swoop. So this might change it on the next lap. That was coming though, the last lap also. Matis Caro though, of Latvia, looking to get his head down on his STR Racing KTM. Running for a British-based team. Look at that, just got himself in there nicely. Unseated the Puerto Rican, Philip Nicoletti. And that allowed Geisa to go through, but I think Has Nicoletti recovered? Is he still there in third? I think he might be, yeah. Then the 110 of Cole Thompson. Here he is for Canada. These guys well placed at the moment. He's got his teammate Tyler Medalia behind him, the 112. So the two big boys, the 450 MX1 rider and the open class rider, hooking up together and pulling a good result for Canada at the moment. Just waiting for the rest of the guys. Kojima over the line in 6th, Rafael Faria 7th, Alex Martin is 8th, Martin Barr of Ireland is 9th, Graham Irwin of Ireland is 10th, but that's going to be 19 points on the board for them. Going to have to work extremely hard from there to get into the B final. Ooh, a bit of a moment there for Geiser. Cole Thompson now in 3rd place. Nicoletti dropping back to 4th, so even better for the Canadians. 3rd and 5th now. Just try and work out the situation as it speaks. Got a little bit of clear sky between them. Canada on 8 points with a 3 from their MX1 rider and a 5 from their open rider. Puerto Rico out of it at the moment. They are on 12. 13 points for Latvia, 17 for Japan, 19 for Ireland. Slovenia on 21, the lowest points counts, remember. There's a 38, Martin Barr, Team Ireland. He's got 68 just ahead of him, Alex Martin. Going after some points here. There's the Ulsterman. We've had 4 laps complete. Matis Caro, fastest man on track, 45.2. That's 3/4 of a second quicker than Tim Geiser, 2.7 seconds behind him. Cole Thompson is 3rd. Phil Nicoletti is 4th. Tyler Medalia, Yohei Kojima, Rafael Faria, Alex Martin and Martin Barr. So Brazil, Puerto Rico and Ireland in shot as we speak. Graham Irwin just behind his teammate. He's in 10th place, but not looking good for the Irish at the moment. 46, Matev Ziyech comes in, looks a little bit uncomfortable, might have clouted himself. Sounds like he's in some discomfort as well. Is this why? Already off the track. Just wonder whether he's caught a knee, twisted a knee, something like that, maybe an ankle. Yeah, one of these ruts. Look at the lines opening up over there on the bankings. Our drone cam just hovering above the circuit. The crowd absolutely rammed into this Tal Kessel circuit. Martin Barr, though, 38 of Ireland, going after the Brazilian. Faria is his teammate behind him. Graham Irwin. These two now need to link up because Irwin on the MX1 bike, on that yellow Suzuki, a little bit more power, might have a bit more urgency. Just to get ahead of Rafael Faria, the number 96 in the yellow on the front of his shot here of Brazil. Can't afford any mistakes though, anybody working across the front of the start straight. Seen that a couple of times this year, Matchley Basin, it happened. When they reposition the start straight as well and how you link around. But at the moment, with 5 laps complete, Matis Caro 3.4 seconds ahead of Tim Geiser. So the Latvian ahead of Slovenia. Cole Thompson and Tyler Medalia, they are going through at this stage with 20 minutes on the clock. Martin Barr looking for a way past. The Brazilian Rafael Faria goes to the inside. Whoa, the lines come very close together over that step down. Stepping up. There's Nicoletti as well, just ahead of him, number 69 in the red. So the guy who led the race before getting unseated, but keeping it on two wheels by the Latvian Matis Karo. Just starting to fall into the clutches as Bar makes a move around the outside of Faria. So Bar trying to get his head down here. These guys just need to push on. Canada, though, still leading the way. Tough track, rutty, bumpy, although it's pretty kind to them at the moment. Graham Irwin looking for a way down the inside of the Brazilian as well, holding the inside line. He's on the left. On the right now as they come into land. Oh, Irwin off the side of the track. Well, a lap ago we said you cannot afford to make any mistakes. He scrubbed, he got it wrong. He'd already worked out which way he was going to go. Fortunately for him, he stays upright, but he is just ahead of Davis Ivanov, so he drops down to 11th place, so only losing one position. So Caro, Geisser, Cole, Medaglia, Phil Nicoletti, Yohei Kojima, Alex Martin, Martin Barr, Rafael Faria, Makoto Agata, and Graham Irwin, your top 11. A big moment there for Graham Irwin. Very lucky. Not a lot of room for negotiation on that part of the racetrack. See it again from this angle. No, that's Matis Caro standing himself up. Fortunately for him, he has a 4-second advantage. Here's, look at that, Graham Irwin lands on the wrong side of the jump. Fortunately for him, he had a bit of runoff. But a year ago, he would have ended up in the swamp there because that was a holding area for the watering here. Well, you see part of it there, look, the pond. That's where he was in the background, off the left. So a very lucky escape for Graham Irwin, who's got to do it all again. He was all over the back of his teammate Martin Barr a moment ago, but now he finds himself 3 positions further back. Yeah, well over on the right-hand side this time around for Graham Irwin. Doesn't want to make that mistake again. Pit boards hanging out, trying to encourage their riders to get through, telling them about their position, but I wonder if there are any boards out there just saying in or out. Canada, I'm sure, would have had a board saying they're fine, they're safe, but was that Irwin trying to go down the inside? Sorry, 76 Kojima all over the back of Nicoletti as they went through there. Thompson, Tyler Medaglia has been caught by Philip Nicoletti. So this is the point in the race then. Reaching the halfway point, 30 plus 2, remember. Have Canada gone too soon? Cole Thompson in 3rd, Tyler Medaglia here on the KTM in 4th, 112 just ahead of this guy, 69, Nicoletti of Puerto Rico. Kim Lindström. So Sweden then, with Anton Lundgren going down on the first lap and Lindström coming in. Those guys will be going home, definitely. Here's Martin Barr. Still, is that Nicoletti ahead of him? I think, yeah, Nicoletti, no. The 68 of Alex Martin. Adrian Raduta of Romania, doing his best for his country, but they are well out of it. So, is it all changed then? Matis Caro, Tim Geisser, still unchanged in that respect, in terms of Latvia, Slovenia, Cole Thompson is third, Medaglia is fourth, but he's got Nicoletti there in red. Right behind him, the number 69, second rider in shot. He's in fifth place. Yohei Kojima on the yellow Suzuki on that factory machine out of Japan. He's in seventh. Alex Martin is eighth. Martin Barr 9th. Faria of Brazil is 10th. Ogata of Japan is 11th. Graham Owen is 12th. Still think Canada, though, leading the way. They're on 7 points. They've got a 5-point buffer as it stands at the moment. About a third lap to go. Lead rider in shot there, the 112, Tyler Medaglia. Coming into land, 2 places further back, this guy here, the number 76 of Yohei Kojima. The guy that splits them is the 69, the guy who grabbed the whole shot and led the first couple of laps. Philip Nicoletti. Frantic action down there. Oh, he finds a way through. So the Canadian losing a position, in danger of losing 2 here. Yohei Kojima on the right-hand side going around the Canadian. So they just suddenly lose 2 places. Remember, they've only got 5 points to play with. That's going to be cut to 3. So how far back is Alex Martin? Probably about 5 seconds. Then it'll be down to 2. Then it will be squeaky bum time, that's for sure. Caro, our race leader, still about 3.7 seconds clear of Tim Geiser. Those guys can't do any more than they're doing. All comes down to your teammates pulling together in this B final. 30 minutes plus 2 laps, remember. 12 minutes to go. Ooh, Yohei Kojima just coming into land a little bit hard, but beautifully prepped. Tal Kessel circuit here, one of my favorites on the calendar, just for the atmosphere that it creates. The noise, absolutely sensational yesterday, especially when the Germans were out on track and getting good results in their qualifying races. As Nicoletti comes into land, dropping downhill. The old track, you know, used to kink off to the right as we look at it. Used to go off that next step, go down to the left on the Graham Owen line as Nicoletti almost gets it wrong in the penultimate turn. See how the ground's starting to firm up. It was pretty ripped on Friday. Now it's coming back to its true form, hard. Oh, as Gertcher goes out. So Clement Gertcher, his teammate Tim Geiser suffered a mechanical in the qualifying race yesterday. It's Gertcher's time today of Slovenia. The MX3 world champion, the last ever MX3 world champion, of course. Crowned about 2 weekends ago. There's Cole Thompson, 110. Tyler Medaglia, his teammate, still in 6th. Got about 4 seconds over Alex Martin of Puerto Rico. He's coming into land. Over the Monster Energy finish line jump. Put a bit of sand on this part of the circuit as well. There were some gnarly braking bumps. You can just see them going into that corner. Oh, look at this then. Tim Geiser suddenly come to life. 47 in the green for Slovenia. Looking at going after Matis Caro, our race leader. Battle for the lead, a 450. CC machine of Matis Caro, open class rider. For Latvia, coming under attack from Tim Geiser. MX2 class rider on the 250. CC, KTM. Nine and a half minutes to go. Caro trying to hold it tight, but Geiser using that slingshot, gaining that momentum around the outside. Dropping into the corner just below us. Through turn 7 and 8, through the waves, over the tabletop into turn 9. We've got a new race leader, folks. Fortunately, it's not going to do them any favours. Canada still leading the way at the moment in the classification as the final team to go through to the Motocross of Nations main event. They're on 9 points, but look at that, Latvia closing in. So this could be costly then for Matis Caro and Latvia. Because as it was at the start of the lap, they were on 11 points. They will lose a point now with Matis Caro going from first to second. That'll be 2 points for him instead of 1. That'll open the gap up to 12. So Tim Geiser doing Canada a bit of a favour here. Puerto Rico aren't out of it yet either. They're also on 11. So they will go into second. Just 3 points in it then, with 8 minutes to go. Remember, this is the B final. This is to qualify for the main event. This is your last chance saloon, the repechage. Slovenia possibly should have been one of the teams to go through under normal qualifying circumstances. With this guy here, Tim Geiser, former European and 125 junior world champion last year. That was the pass. Through turn 7. Through turn 9, sorry. So 12 laps complete. Tim Geiser leads, Matis Caro second, Cole Thompson, Canada third, Phil Nicoletti, Puerto Rico is fourth, Yohei Kojima is fifth for Japan. Tyler Medaglia is still sixth, but he's got Graham Irwin, who's recovered well. He's now into 7th place. He's a second off of Medaglia, so again, other riders could have an influence here. Graham Irwin, he's got Alex Martin behind him as they head uphill. All right, here is 94, the Brazilian, Hector Asunciao. Where is he in the race? Not inside the top 20, unfortunately for him. He is in 29th place. There's Anton Lundgren just behind him. Right, back with the action. Graham Irwin going around the outside of the 112 of Tyler Medaglia, looking for a way through. Graham Irwin goes through and pushes him back to 7th. Suddenly, it's game on for Canada, Puerto Rico and Latvia. Oh, nice move down the inside for Graham Irwin on the Suzuki. Bouncing his way, gave himself a lot of room. Pulling out all of the stops. Where's his teammate, Martin Barr, down in 9th place. He was a lap ago. Look at the size of those holes. So Martin Barr in 9th. So let's just have a recap. As it stands at the moment, Canada, they are on 10 points. Latvia are on 12. Puerto Rico are on 12. So Ireland on 15 need to gain another 5 places if they can. In the closing moments of this race, Graham Irwin is in 6th. So in effect, he could do with winning this race, but he is 33 seconds off the lead. So barring any incidents, it's safe to say that Ireland at this stage will not progress to the main event. It's Canada's to lose now. To the guys Ganging up in the background, Alex Martin could do with finding a way past Tyler Medalia. Can't see Yohei Kojima fading from 5th position, or Nicoletti from 4th for that matter. So that's how it stands at the moment. Canada, Latvia, Puerto Rico, just one team goes through. At the moment, it's Canada. So a mistake now from either of those top 3 teams would determine. Whoa! Is that bar? Yeah. All over the back of Alex Martin. So nothing in it between these two guys. Could be another point gained here for Team Ireland. One lost for Puerto Rico that would take them further away from the qualification zone. Who else is in there? 112. Tyler Medalia. Oh, look at him wrestling with that 450. Nicoletti down the inside. How's that looking now in the GC? Is it getting closer? Oh, look at that. Puerto Rico have gone top all of a sudden. They've got an 8th with their MX2 rider, Alex Martin. And a 3rd with Philip Nicoletti. They're on 11 points. Canada are now not qualifying at the moment. They're on 7. 4th with Cole Thompson. And 7th with Tyler Medalia. So this is all changed. And Latvia are on 12 and Ireland are on 15. So suddenly it is closing up. Canada have been in the driving seat for the whole of the race. Ireland might still have a part to play in who goes through, whether it's them, the Canadians, or the Puerto Ricans, maybe even the Latvians, maybe themselves. Whoa, nice move. He tried to do what his teammate did earlier. 96, Faria goes out. So Faria, that's why, because he was well placed. He was up in the top few places earlier. So Geisa, Caro, Nicoletti, Thompson, Kojima, Irwin, Medalia, Martin and Barr, they are the guys who are going to change the course of this qualifying race. The B final. That's as it stands at the moment. So no change from a lap ago. Still, Puerto Rico on 11. Canada 11. Latvia 12. Ireland on 12. Tim Geisa coming under attack from the 42. Matis Caro in white for Latvia. Whoa, horrible hole, a sinkhole almost there. Hard ground into sand ground. Ooh, a little bit deep for Tim Geisa. .37 seconds on the clock, so we've got a 3-lap race. 3-lap dash for cash. Geisa and Caro, they're fighting for the lead of the race. Nicoletti still needs to be there in 3rd when he comes around this time around. He had a 2-second advantage over Cole Thompson of Canada. 69 of Philip Nicoletti, just having a few moments on the previous lap. Can't afford to lose ground here. He goes through in 3rd. Still, I tell you what, it's close between him and Kojima now. Kojima goes 4th. This is really starting to get exciting now, because Kojima of Japan goes 4th, Cole Thompson is 5th, Irwin is 6th, Tyler Medalia is 7th, Martin Barr is in 8th, and it's all tied still. 3 nations on 12. Latvia are going through, Puerto Rico a 2nd, Canada on 3rd, all on 12 points. Ireland are on 14, so they could still go through. So 2.5 laps to go. Caro can make sure by finding a way past Tim Geiser. Two-lap board is being readied. 2 corners to go. There's a horrible braking bump just on that crest going into that penultimate corner. Mattis Caro hitting it every single lap on the STR KTM. Look at that, that's how close it is. And that could change this time around as well. So 3 teams on 12, and Ireland just 2 points further back. So Geiser and Caro, they're over the line now. Has Kojima found a way past Nicoletti? Soon find out. We're still waiting for him to come through. A little bit of back marker traffic to deal with first, so for Tim Geiser and Mattis Caro. Nicoletti goes through third. Still absolutely nothing in it between him and Kojima. Cole Thompson, we're waiting for him to come through for Canada. He does go through. 7 seconds back of Kojima. Irwin all over the back of Cole Thompson. Medalia is in 7th. Martin Barr is 8th. Alex Martin is 9th. Davis Ivanov is 10th. Still nothing between the top 3. But it's Latvia who are going to go through with a 10-2 scorecard. Puerto Rico with a 9-3 and Canada 5-7. So the lowest score for Latvia, Mattis Caro. He would love to find a way past Tim Geiser here. That would put them on 1 point to be sure to keep it in their hands. Getting ready to come round the final lap. Rafael Faria, unlucky for him, for Brazil. He's getting lapped now. He was running up front with these guys earlier on in the race. Through the final turn, dropping downhill then. Just 1 more lap to go. Tim Geiser continues to lead. Mattis Caro comes through in second. Still pushing on. The mechanics down in pit lane will have the exact same information we've got up here in our commentary booth. They will know what is going on. It's obviously Mattis Caro, 41. Davis Ivanovs, his teammate, is getting stuck again in that left-hander. Davis Ivanovs, where is he? He's in 11th. Oh, he's in 10th at the moment. Yeah, so he goes into 10th place, so that might change it again in favour of Latvia. So Geiser, Caro, Nicoletti, Kojima unchanged there. Thompson, Medalia. Ooh, 11 points for them. Have they gone through? Oh, this is a game changer as well. So it might be back in Canada's hands here. Canada are back in front on the final lap. They are on 11. Latvia on 12, Puerto Rico on 12, Ireland on 15. It's Caro, oh, getting a little bit off track there. He needs to find a way back past. He needs it. It's now or never for Mattis Caro. 42 round the outside. He's seizing the opportunity. Oh, has he done it? He's gone through on Tim Geiser. And this will be enough. This will be enough for him. He will pull it back to all square, and they will go through courtesy of a race victory here from Mattis Caro. It's going to be theirs. He thinks he knows. He thinks they're qualified. Oh, and he goes down. Oh, he's absolutely exhausted. He loses the front end. He's okay, though. He's okay. But it is going to be tight now. Latvia with a win. Davis Ivanovs was 10th last time around. We are waiting with bated breath here. But Latvia on 11 points at the moment. Ivanovs 10th. And Latvia, we're just waiting for their teammates to come through. Right, over the line we go. The Canadians have lost it. They gained it and lost it all on the last lap. So Caro, Geiser, Nicoletti, Kojima, Cole Thompson, Graham Irwin, Martin Barr, 6th and 7th in the end, so 13 for them. Tyler Medalia, it will be Latvia. There we go. That's how close it was. Latvia, Puerto Rico. Ireland, 3rd in the end from them. Canada dropping down to 4th after leading on the last lap, and Japan will have to settle for 5th. But it's Latvia who will go through to the Motocross of Nations 67. Matis Caro just landing, just caught one of those bumps, trying to get himself off the track and then just swapping all over the place. Relief, exhaustion, satisfaction, disbelief, all those emotions rolled into one as he just laid there on the ground. Glad it was all over. He probably didn't know at that time that he was through. He probably needed that win more than anything else. He was pleased with that, but what a race in the end. So what a way to kick off the 67th edition of the FIM Monster Energy Motocross of Nations here at the Talcastle Circuit in Teushental. Latvia going through. Puerto Rico, Ireland, Canada, Japan. It was close for them, but they're going home. Or they can sit and watch what could have been. But look at the crowd here all over this circuit. Absolutely stacked. So, give you official confirmation then of the race itself. Matis Caro, your race winner for Latvia. We'll give you the names here. Matis Caro, Tim Geiser, Phil Nicoletti was 3rd, Yohei Kojima was 4th, Cole Thompson was 5th, Graham Irwin 6th, Martin Barr 7th, Tyler Medalia was 8th, Alex Martin 9th, and Davis Ivanovs was 10th. And then it was Mikola Pajinski, Makoto Agata, Lucas Lonka, Ben Svoboda, Philip Bengtson, August Just, Vititas Buches, Arminas Jasikonis, Thomas Wisoki, and Matas Inda, with George Cabal, Rafael Ferreira, and the rest. Matis Caro gets himself to the cleanup zone, just behind the podium area, behind the skybox. Great addition, actually, to the World Championship, and this year now at the Motocross of Nations, the skybox. Fill it with VIPs, and obviously it's directly next to the podium, which is above the start, just to create a perfect backdrop. Of course, it also provides the perfect waiting zone for the riders. They're under shelter if it's hot, they're in the shade. If it's raining, they're in the dry. But it looks super impressive as well. But the team going through to the final. Latvia, 11 points for them. They pulled it out of the bag on the final lap. Canada lost it on the final lap. Puerto Rico and Ireland managed to salvage something, but it doesn't matter. They're going home. They will have to wait another 12 months before they attempt to qualify for MXoN 68. Of course, that'll be at Latvia in Kegums. Right, we're getting ready to go down to the prep area. Here's Amy with our winner.
Matis Caro, that was heart in the mouth stuff there. Was that a crash of the relief towards the end?
Oh yes, you know, I had the whole shot, but then somebody passed me and I was second for a couple laps. Then I got in the lead, but had really bad arm pump because, you know, I wanted to get in a final so bad. And yeah, I had arm pumps. Then I had to let pass the second place, but I knew in the end I will push and I was gonna try to get back to the lead, and I managed to do that 3 corners before finish, and I was so happy about that. And then, yeah, we get through to a final, and it can't be better than that, because yesterday it was really possible to do, but we had a couple mistakes and we didn't get through. But today we done it. The main thing is done. Now just need to finish all the races, and then, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Well, a great start to the day, and Latvia go through to the main races.
Look at the relief on Matis Caro's face there. I'm sure, you know, if he had one more lap to go, he would have kept it to the middle or to the left. He would have stayed up, but he didn't care about that. Not the first time we've seen riders crash after they've crossed the finish line. Frederic Bollet springs to mind when he won the World Championship. No-hander, landed it, lost the front end, but he didn't bother. He was world champion. But that's all we've got time for now. We will be back for the main races. We will be back on air at 1 o'clock here at the Talkessel Circuit, Teushenthal. My name's Paul Malin. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in about an hour and 20 minutes, something like that by my calculations. Of course, that is 1 o'clock local time, midday if you're watching at home in Great Britain, as I know some of you are. We'll see you in an hour and 20. Back then. Bye.